How's it going, guys? Phil here, and this is a review of the Homall racing chair. The chair comes disassembled, so you'll have to put it together yourself. You'll receive the chair back, the chair seat, a lift lever plate, wheel spokes, left and right armrests, 5 plastic wheels, a hydraulic lift and lift cover, a pack of screws and caps with an Allen wrench, and an illustrated instruction manual. The manual is pretty straightforward and easy to follow, so let's put this chair together. We'll start from the bottom up. Flip the wheel spokes over and press each plastic wheel inside the slot at the end of each spoke. Now install the lift piston into the hole in the middle on top and drop the cover over it. Now we'll attach the lever plate to the bottom of the seat with 4 of the included screws, making sure the handle is pointed towards the back and the 2 indicators for front on the plate and the chair are in the same direction. Use the Allen wrench to tighten the screws with 1 washer in each of the 4 corners of the plate. Now we can put the seat on the piston. Just line up the top of the piston with the hole in the lever plate. Next, we'll attach the arms, making sure they're pointed towards the front of the chair. You'll use 2 screws in the horizontal holes for each arm. Once the screws are tightened, use the silver plastic caps to cover the screw holes. For me, the caps didn't really want to stay put in the holes. Perhaps they were just slightly too small for the holes. If you find this to be the case with yours, use some plumber's teflon tape and give the edges of the cap a few wraps. Then press it into the screw hole, and it should stay put. Repeat with the other side. The final step is to attach the seat back. This part was a little tricky trying to get the holes in the seat to line up with the 2 vertical holes in each arm. I recommend that you try to position the seat back as close as possible to the holes. Then start by slightly screwing in 2 of the screws on one side, but leaving them loose enough to maneuver the seat back around as you position it on the other side. Once all 4 screws are in place, you can put the caps in the holes. With the exception of 1 cap, I found that I had to add Teflon tape to every single cap, which was a minor inconvenience but a working solution. The back of the chair measures 28 inches by 20 inches, and the seat is 19 inches by 20 inches. The material is a smooth-grained PU leather with neatly stitched seams. There were no loose threads that I noticed. The only minor visual flaw for me was that the black vertical section was not quite 90 degrees to the seat, which didn't affect the performance but just bothers me when I look at it. At the neck of the chair, there's an open window lined with a nylon sports mesh to create a breathable space so you don't get a lot of heat buildup behind your head. The armrests have about an inch of padding on them and are 11 inches long. The total projection of the arm is about 15 inches. The chair itself is pretty comfortable and adjustable in height. When raising it, make sure your weight is not on the chair. When raised to the top, the seat is about 22 inches from the ground. The piston is smooth enough to allow the chair to lower under my weight, which is 120 pounds. When lowered all the way, the seat is about 17 inches from the ground. For me, the armrests sit a little bit high, and I always feel like my shoulders are raised when my arms are resting on them. The wheels of the chair roll decently over hardwood, tile, and linoleum, but not so much on carpet. The top of the seat where the headrest is comes right to the middle of my head, and I'm 5'4", so I'm not sure how that translates for people who are taller or shorter. The chair also rocks a very little bit, but this can be adjusted by twisting the large knob on the bottom of the lever plate. Loosening it all the way gives you more springiness, while tightening it all the way makes the chair quite rigid. The arms of the chair can be lifted up and placed out of the way if you don't like using them, and the chair swivels easily on its base. While the chair has no reclining feature, overall it is quite comfortable, and it has a decent amount of cushioning. All in all, I would say it took about 15 minutes to put together, and I've had no issues using it for several hours at a time. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and join me next time.